Hello and thanks for joining Aso Briefing today. I am Princess Sabra Osman. At top stories, Vice President Kashim Shettima inaugurates 375 tractors refurbished by the Naseni to boost agriculture in Borno. Minister of the FCT Barrister Wike assures maintenance of new conference center to avoid decay. Commercial applauds FMC management for decisive action, calls for more proactive response to emergencies. PDP stakeholders reaffirm Senator Sam Anyao as National Secretary. You are watching Aso Briefing. Watch us live on DSTV channel 392, StarTimes TV channel 127, Free TV channel 507, also on the UHF band on channel 38. We now go ahead with details of all our stories. The management of the Federal Medical Center FMC Jabi has responded to a recent viral video alleging neglect of an accident victim at its facility, saying that preliminary findings have shown that medical supplies and emergency equipment were available at the time of the incident. At a press briefing with members of the Association of Nigerian Health Journalists (ANHEJ) held in Abuja, the head of clinical services at FMC, Dr. Bayoko Meftal, stated that an internal committee had been constituted to investigate the incident which occurred on June 6, 2025. According to Dr. Muftar, the hospital has adequate gloves, IV fluids, cannulas, dressing packs, patient monitors, wheelchairs, and stretchers to manage emergencies. He said the video attempts to portray the hospital in a negative light, but records and logistics shows otherwise. The video, which went viral on social media, sparked nationwide criticism and raised questions about emergency care in public hospitals. Meanwhile, the Minister of State for Health and Social Welfare, Dr. Isiaq Salako, has since directed that a thorough investigation be conducted into the matter. Dr. Muftar confirmed that 8 staff members, including 4 doctors, 2 nurses, and 2 health attendants, were on duty during the incidents and currently being investigated. He emphasized that disciplinary actions in public service must follow due process to avoid legal pitfalls. Responding to concerns about staff attitude and responsiveness, particularly in emergency situations, Dr. Muftar acknowledged there was room for improvement. However, he maintained that FMC Abuja has mechanisms in place to monitor and respond to complaints, including QR codes, dedicated phone lines, emails, and WhatsApp groups for real-time solutions. Meanwhile, the Corps Marshal Federal Road Safety Corps, Shehu Mohammed, has commended the management of the Federal Medical Center, Jabi, for taking decisive action against staff alleged to have neglected a victim who was rescued from a crash scene within the nation's capital. While emphasizing the imperatives of timely and adequate medical attention in reducing mortality rates and improving outcomes for crash victims, he called on all healthcare providers to adopt a more proactive approach in responding to emergencies and saving lives of rescue crash victims. He condemned the several rejection of crash victims from FRSC operatives by hospitals. The Commercial, in a statement, revealed that the National Road Traffic Regulations 2024 specifically frowns at hospitals rejecting crash victims with detailed provision of adequate punishment for negligence or any form of misconduct that compromises established regulations on handling of crash victims. The Commercial urged healthcare providers to prioritize welfare of crash victims and uphold higher standards of professionalism to save their lives. He also reiterates FRC's commitment to collaborate with healthcare providers and other stakeholders to enhance road safety and save lives, stating that by working together, they can reduce incidences of crash fatalities to the barest minimum and improve responses to emergency. In addition, the Corps Marshal profoundly commended the good Nigerian who single-handedly carried out the rescue of the victim, as he calls on citizens to emulate the sense of patriotism by joining hands in promoting a culture of safety, discipline, and professionalism to make difference and save more lives. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is expected to officially commission the completed International Conference Center in Abuja. The facility, which has been under construction, will be officially open for use after the commissioning. Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Barrister Wike, made this known shortly after a final routine inspection of the center ahead of the official commissioning. The minister expressed satisfaction that the project, alongside a host of others, is ready for public use. On financial management, the minister emphasized that prudence in the use of public funds remains key to executing projects effectively. He noted that despite financial and bureaucratic limitations, strategic planning and firm leadership made this successful completion possible. The FCT administration also assured that adequate management by designated officials will be enforced to ensure sustainability and long-term use of the conference center. The Vice President Kashim Shettima has inaugurated 375 tractors belonging to Borno State government, which have been fully refurbished by the National Agency for Science and Engineering Infrastructure, NASENI, under the National Asset Recovery, Refurbishment and Redeployment Project, Asset Restore Project. The event was held at Borno State Agricultural Mechanization Authority, Bosama, in Maiduguri, Borno State capital. Senator Shettima commended Borno State Governor Babagana Zulum, stating his greatest commendation to the governor for his commitment to providing leadership in the state. The Vice President also praised NASENI for his commitment to enhancing Nigeria's agricultural productivity through innovative infrastructure support under its Asset Restoration Program. Earlier, the governor of Borno State, Babagana Zulum, acknowledged the Vice President's numerous interventions in agricultural mechanization of Borno during his tenure as the governor of Borno State from 2011 to 2019. He said the tractors were procured by his predecessor, Senator Kashim, when he was the governor of Borno State, and he also procured 10,000 tractors and implements, and also procured 250 units each of groundnut diggers, fertilizers, broadcasters, rotovators, balers, and 25 units of combined harvesters. At a time when it would have been politically safe to focus only on short-term intervention, he chose to make a long-term investment in the future of the people. And the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Barrister Wike, says the newly completed Abuja International Conference Center will be properly maintained to avoid decay often associated with public infrastructure. During an inspection tour of key projects in the FCT, the minister explained that Julius Berger Nigeria PLC will construct the center and also responsible for its maintenance under a structured agreement. The agreement includes a cost recovery plan where users of the facility will contribute to its upkeep. The minister added that operations at the center will begin shortly after commissioning. He trained Nigerian staff fully prepared to manage the facility's technology and daily functions. The minister also visited ongoing and completed projects across the city, including the Nigeria South Tome and Principe Investment Free Zone Enterprise, roads in Gishuri and Wasa, as well as emergency interventions in Kwali Area Council. He credited the achievements to strong leadership, fiscal discipline, and support from President Tinubu, adding that the FCTA remains focused on delivering durable, people-oriented infrastructure across the territory. And prominent stakeholders of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, have reaffirmed Senator Samuel Anyao as the duly elected and substantive National Secretary of the party. The affirmation was made on Monday in Abuja at the end of a closed-door meeting involving key party figures from across Nigeria, including former governors, federal lawmakers, and zonal as well as state executives. The meeting was convened to address internal crises threatening the unity and future of the party. Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, a leading member of the G5 group, Barrister Aso Briefing, wrote the communique on behalf of the stakeholders. He said the decision was based on the provision of the PDP constitution and the recent judgment of the Supreme Court. He emphasized that only Senator Anyao, as duly recognized National Secretary, is constitutionally recognized and empowered to issue notices for party meetings, including those of the National Executive Committee, NEC, National Working Committee, NWC, and the National Convention. He said any notice or action taken without his authorization is null and void. The communique attributed the party's ongoing crisis to refusal of certain members to abide by the PDP's constitution, particularly Section 36, 47, and 48. It also expressed concern over growing division within the NEC, NWC, and Board of Trustees, warning that the party was at the risk of collapse if urgent reconciliation steps were not taken. The stakeholders also called for the PDP to zone its 2027 presidential ticket to the South, citing fairness, inclusiveness, and respect for the principle of federal character, especially after 8 years of a northern presidency under President Muhammadu Buhari. The meeting reaffirmed the support of the PDP National Reconciliation Committee, led by the former Senate President Bukola Saraki, and urged all members to respect the rule of law and work towards restoring unity in the party. Those in attendance include former Governor Ifeanyi Nwanyi of Enugu, Samuel Otom of Benue, Okozie Ipakwo of Abia State, as well as former Senate Minority Leader Philip Aduda and other top party officials. And when Aso Briefing returns, Army troops neutralizes terrorist kingpin. Stay with us for details of this and more stories after the break.
We were warned about this marriage. Because we did not listen, the young maiden is dead.
Nana, come here. Hi. Why do you speak so freely with a stranger from Ajan?
We were just talking about offering Ojigijag a seat on the council.
The gods be praised. Negodo say Okosisi. He has 2 wives. So why are you making it look like it is a big deal?
Welcome back. You're watching Aso Briefing. Watch us live on DSTV channel 392, StarTimes TV channel 127, Free TV channel 507, also on the UHF band on channel 38. Troops of Operation Harden Kai in a renewed offensive against Boko Haram terrorists with close air support from the air component have neutralized another Boko Haram ISWAP terrorist kingpin, Malam Jida, in a Nagalanga Guba local government area of Yobe State, and several other terrorists in the Timbuktu Triangle. A statement signed by the Acting Deputy Director, Army Public Relations Headquarters Theater Command, Operation Hardin Kai, Ruben Koviangia, said the terrorist commander, who is said to be the Amir of Ngogore and Malumuti village, met his Waterloo alongside other terrorists during a coordinated ground and air operations launched by OPHK on June 9, 2025. The statement added that during the operations in Gazalangana, troops came in contact with terrorists, subduing them with superior firepower, resulting in killing of Malam Jida, while others fled with gunshot wounds. Relatedly, continued exploitations of Malam Fatori general area in Abadan local government area, where troops recently neutralized several terrorists, have led to the discovery of other neutralized bodies of terrorists and recovery of assorted arms and equipment. Items recovered during the coordinated offensive include AK-47, rifles, terrorist motorcycles, large quantity of ammunition, AK-47 rifle magazines, rocket propel, gun tubes, hand grenades, handheld radios, and other sundry items. The statement added that the renewed offensive underscores the effectiveness of the ongoing counterinsurgency efforts by Operation Hardin Kai, backed by an efficient air component, while remaining committed to its operational objectives to ensure the complete defeat of Boko Haram and ISWAP and the restoration of peace and security in the Northeast region. And the Orphan Tui Foundation visit Divine Wound of Jesus Orphanage with a group of compassionate individuals aimed at providing the children with essential items and showering them with love and attention. Our reporter Oluwapelumi Adeyemi was there and fastened this report.
Speaking during the visit, founder and CEO of Divine Wound of Jesus Orphanage, Ms. Favor Ofa Okwai Untui, noted the need for care and attention in the lives of the children and the orphanage as a whole.
Grow up the way we are shown from our parents. So right from small, I'd always had this desire that watching my parents do like street feeding, visiting orphanage homes, hospitals, and just being able to help the needy was something that I always desired. So I'd always tell God in my prayers that God, this is something that I want to do one day. And the one day didn't just happen as, okay, I slept, I woke up, and then the next thing I saw myself there. This was something that I told God when I was at age 9. And today I'm over 20-something, and this is my first visit. as a foundation owner, and I am not just happy, I'm not just excited, I am more than grateful to God, because it has just shown how I have gone from one stage to another, and I've just been going higher and higher. So yes, I think it's good enough to have gotten something as such from my parents.
On her part, Lavina Okon Ntui, founder of Vina Daniels Foundation, said she is overwhelmed with the sacrifice and commitment to provide a safe and nurturing environment for the children, offering them access to education, healthcare, and emotional support.
Go to orphanages, with just a routine. Most times we cook in the house, pack, and we carry along. So they were doing those things with excitement. That's where she actually got her inspiration. But as a mother, I'm proud of her. I wouldn't say I'm blessed, but I'm honored to be her mother, because most times I look at her and say, God, thank you. So as a mother, and even though her father is not here today, I speak the mind of her father. Her elder brother, who is not here, that is also always supporting her. Her younger siblings from Adasa, Precious, and Daniel, she knows we always support her and will continue to support her prayerfully, financially, morally, and otherwise. She can always count on us. She knows that.
Other members of the team who spoke to Aso Radio and Television have this to say, as one of the orphans expressed appreciation to the donors.
Over time, it might feel like, there's some things you do and it feels like, oh, there's no reward. But of course, the reward from something like this, of course, is the blessings of God. And secondly, the fulfillment it will give you. Then to other people, I would advise them to start from wherever they are. Most times we feel before we can do an outreach, we must have all the billions in the world. But start small, start from helping people in your community, people around you, and then of course with time, you can progress to doing the big things.
Today I feel very excited because this is the second experience we're having here, and just my goals align with Favor's goals to help people to give back to the society. So that's why I'm here, not only as a friend but as a supporter in her goals and ideologies.
I feel so excited. I'm very grateful. I've been here since for 8 years now. Sometimes some people don't used to be like this, but yes, this one is quite different from others. I'm so happy and thankful to the author herself, the founder of the foundation. So grateful. My prayer for them is more long life, open doors, more blessings from God, and I pray God should bless the work of their hands so that they will continue to come.
I feel very happy and very blessed.
The children were thrilled to have the opportunity to interact with the team, and the atmosphere was filled with laughter and excitement. The team members also shared stories and words of encouragement with the children, inspiring them to stay focused on their goals and dreams.
Anoshafa community in Buari, Abuja benefits from the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Barrister Nyesom Wike's efforts to improve infrastructure. One key project delivered to them is a road construction that forms part of a comprehensive urban development plan designed to alleviate traffic congestion and enhance connectivity across the nation's capital. Here's the report as presented from our studios.
Welcome to Ushafa, a community in the Buari Area Council of the Federal Capital Territory. For years, this community has struggled with poor access roads, limiting growth and development.
There wasn't road. There's not even bike from Road Junction to take you inside. But due to the character, the behavior of the villagers, honestly, that's what made me to stay.
But change is on the horizon. The FCT Minister, Barrister Nyesom Wike, flagged off the reconstruction of the access road on October 28, 2024.
The procurement of this road started before we came into office, and it was stalled. And so we started over for the procurement process. Initially, I was skeptical because with my experience in government, sometimes roads are awarded, you don't know where the roads are. All you see is filed for you to approve for payment. And that is one of the reasons why I said it is necessary we must go and flag all some of these roads so I will see where these roads are. Not that there are roads.
Abdul Val Limited, a construction company, is spearheading this project.
Please, drive safe. Safe. Please, issue of rushing, accident, we don't want it.
Some vehicles we saw outside is high speed. Please, you obey the rules and instructions.
The road expansion project in Ushafa is a proof to the FCT Minister's commitment to development on one hand and Abdul Val Limited's expertise in international road construction and completion in record time. The road to development is always paved with hope, progress, and partnership.
Actually, as the Honorable Minister, since we came on board, we are no lack of fund, we are not having problem, we are not having any challenges. In actual sense, whatever we need, he gives us, and he gives us before we ask.
Abdul Val Limited has proven that it is a worthy partner of the FCT administration under the capable and able leadership of Barrister Ezenwonye Somwiki in bringing to life the renewed hope agenda of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. The road project, when completed, is expected to have a significant impact on the community's economy, social life, and general well-being.
And that's Aso Briefing for today. Many thanks for watching. I am Princess Sobra Usman.